So you mentioned previously about heritage, and that's sort of where we both started in that space. How have you seen that sort of evolve alongside this retrofit and the climate emergency response?
It's evolving probably in the techniques that are available to us to understand the fabric that is there in the holistic way, again, going from a multidiscipline perspective in Buro Happold, different disciplines contributing so that it's not just a structural engineer analyzing or just a facade consultant or just an MEP consultant. There is this integrated design that comes into it. We have now tools available to us to measure whether it's the thermal efficiency. Instead of just doing desktop assessments and wishing for the best, we can really measure what's going on with the building and monitor it.
Being much more scientific about it and surgical almost rather than a broad brush. You can be very specific. Yeah. Okay.
Again, talking about our clients that need to de-risk their projects, giving them a measured number
and being very focused about where they need to act. Because that, like facades, for instance, if you can really target the spots that need attention, that's makes such a difference, doesn't it?
And the same goes to MEP. We have this amazing project on the way in London that is the Barbican. And I am in awe with the work that our MEP colleagues and our asset colleagues have been doing in terms of surveying and using technology to survey and capture and build BIM models for all the equipment that is there.
Yeah.
It's standing.
I think that whole operation, inspection, maintenance, as buildings are sort of like, I'm certainly seeing our teams becoming more involved during the use of the building. And I think it goes full circle, doesn't it? We sort of finish our design and then we're into sort of the asset consulting world, looking after it. How do you operate, maintain? And
but the technology is there now to support us and we need to make the most of it and embrace it.
Yeah, how do we keep these buildings fit for not just 60 years, 120, 145 years like this one we're in now? How do the things that we're designing and building now last that test of time?
And it's a conversation that I see happening more and more with clients, is that it's not about a life of 60 years for a building. It's about all the different components that make a building that have different lives and how they plan for the replacement, for the repair throughout the life of the building, rather than just waiting for
and I guess here's a really good example. Timber modifications from the early 1900s, steel's gone in the 1960s. They sort of did it naturally without really thinking about it, whereas being that, as you say, scientific, surgical focused about that really helps, I guess, the viability for these projects.
I'm thinking that's requirements that planning brings to these projects, but also the very ambitious client briefs that we see. Yeah. Just becomes a little bit more complicated as a puzzle to resolve, isn't it? But
and that journey, we don't know where it's going to end up. It's all okay. We can push ourselves. We can challenge ourselves. We're fairly confident we can get there.
With integrated design, using the right technology, you can build a model. You can really understand what you have, so that you then make the right decisions.
And coming right back to what we said at the beginning, informing those key decisions and making the right impact for the long-term viability of the project, for sure. Excellent. Thank you.